I know you're a bit slow, but you know. Go, go, go! Well, we've lost the driver. Oh, he's here now. Hey, Julie, you can get on it your own drive. Roger's had enough?
2:30, ladies and gents, in the circus tent, Chorley Silver Band. So 2:30 in the circus tent for Chorley Silver Band. Going to get run over now. So 2 o'clock, tractor drivers. So we can ask the public please to take themselves out of the arena while we're moving these machines. Fantastic, look at it going around the main ring. What a fantastic sight, ladies and gentlemen. There goes the coal-powered dog. Wonderful. Little Garrett there, going like a good one. So 2 o'clock our tractors, 2:30 commercial vehicles. Three o'clock our barrel racing with the miniatures. 3:30 we're back with Stanage Stunt Team. Absolutely amazing display this morning. Hopefully we can repeat that this afternoon. And then finally at 4 o'clock our military vehicles and our four-wheel drive vehicles. And then that will finish the arena events for the day. So here we come, ladies and gentlemen. They've snuck up the wrong way round on me. And quite aptly we've been led in today with a N-type Fordson. Henry Ford spent a lot of time and a lot of money trying to develop a farm tractor to, as he put it, rid the drudgery of farm work. And he was successful. The trouble was that there was another guy in America who made tractors who named them a Ford. Henry Ford didn't like that. They were very poor quality, didn't like his name associated with that. So his tractors then became Fordson. So the one leading the parade ground today is a Model N. It's probably pre-war. It's green, it's got the wide wings. Quite an interesting thing to drive and ride. You notice the seat is very bouncy. 27 horsepower, 4-cylinder petrol paraffin engine. So petrol paraffin is you start the engine on petrol. When it's warm enough, you turn it over onto, well, people say paraffin. It's not actually paraffin, it's tractor vaporising oil. But the engine has to be hot to make it vaporise. Hundreds of these were built down in Dagenham, and hundreds were used during the Second World War. And you look at a lot of pictures, and they were driven by the Women's Land Army, the land girls. Again, a really popular tractor back in the day. Can be a little bit awkward to start, but as I say, beautifully finished this one, with the seat right down the back. Horrible cone clutch, horrible gear stick, but must have been a lot easier than horses. And it was tractors like this that did ring the death knell for the heavy horse on the farms. So built down in Dagenham, they came in 3 colours. There was orange, there was blue, and there was green. And the story goes that the green ones were produced during the Second World War as camouflage. As I say, the Women's Land Army, a lot of these, lot for ploughing, and still an awful lot in existence. Lovely to see that standard Fordson. If you can hear me, I don't know whether you can, I'll try and find out what year it is. So 1943, absolutely lovely that. With the wide wings, because later on in the war the wings got narrower, didn't they?
Yeah, 1943 we basically reduced the mudguards to save the metal.
To save the metal, yeah. Absolutely lovely. How long have you owned it?
Over a year.
Just over a year. Do you like it? Yeah. They can be a bit of a pig to start, can't they? Yeah, carbon up and one thing. Lovely for that. So we're off down now, or up to Doncaster. International Harvester from Doncaster. An American firm that set up a factory, and we've got the International B244. Spent many happy hours on an international like that. We just park up in the middle. The B414. I'm going to say unrestored, farm fresh. So the National Road Run for tractors 4 times, rebuilt engine, rebuilt back end, but still Rickaby Limited, Carlisle, our famous firm. So we go down to Banner Lane in Coventry now, to the Ferguson factory. We're no longer there now, it's now a house in estate, and this is the 35. So Harry Ferguson, we've probably got a grey Fergie somewhere. Yes, I've got a grey Fergie. It was the first one, then they improved it slightly and came out with the 35. 3-cylinder Perkins engine in there, and the famous 3-point linkage on the back. Absolutely lovely, still being produced in places like Croatia and Turkey. So lovely little tractor. Another farm fresh tractor. another international, McCormack International Harvester. Again, really popular tractor of the day. 1959, I was going to say 1960, so only 1 year out. Lovely that. So that's sort of in farm condition, isn't it? So are you going to restore it or leave it as it is?
I'm thinking of leaving it as it is. I use it as a vintage ploughing tractor and it matches everything. Just had to put some new front rims on because they were rotten, but other than that, it's just what it was originally.
Absolutely, and it's always the decision, isn't it? Do we restore it or do we leave it as it is? Another David Brown, the Implematic 880, David Brown from Huddersfield. They did have some wonderful names for their tractor, the Selectomatic, the Implematic, and so on and so forth. Beautifully turned out, beautifully restored. And my grandson loves David Brown tractors. He'll give you a wave as you go past. Massey Ferguson in highway yellow. This is the 135, so we've seen the 35. The 135 was a slightly updated version. And was it a highway tractor?
Sorry, was it a highway tractor? I'm not sure. I bought it in June at the last sale, but it's an industrial tractor, yes. Yeah.
So the industrial Fergusons were built on Trafford Park in Manchester. Again, lovely tractor. When these first came out, the styling of them for a young lad was just amazing. It was so futuristic. Fantastic, thank you. Back down to Dagenham. We've already seen the standard Fordson, so we're coming a little bit more modern now. This is the Ford 3600. You notice that we've got a safety tab on there. Quite a nice place to go to work. A little bit, a little bit out of the weather. No radio in there, no air conditioning. We haven't quite got that far yet. But you'll notice that he's got very good visibility out of the back of that tractor. Massey Ferguson 250. Now I've seen this before somewhere this year, and I can't remember for the life of it. Here was it earlier on in the year. So was this built in Bannerlane or was this built in France? This is built in Coventry. So that's a bit later on, the 250, got a Perkins engine in there. Perkins engines, I worked there. We used to take 3 or 4 lorry loads a day of engines into Massey Ferguson at Bannerlane. Again, followed by slightly smaller, we've got the 250, we've got the 135. Again, beautifully turned out, absolutely lovely little tractor. Another Farm Fresh, another David Brown. And again, the question is, are you going to restore it or are you going to leave it as it is? Just keep driving it, absolutely. And do you like driving it? Yeah. You do, excellent. Oh, no, like so. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So this was sold at the last rally we had here, and you've set to and cleaned it up and got it running nicely. Yeah, perfect. Are you enjoying it? So the next one is, well, supposed to be, or it might be, parts of an Alice Model B, Alice Chalmers Model B, but it's a slightly different engine in there, sort of the rat rod look, hot rod look, whatever. Fantastic. Another Massey Ferguson. This is the grey Ferguson, and has the innovative 3-point linkage on the back. And the idea of that was that the implement was mounted on the tractor rather than being towed. Thank you. The Fordson Dexter following that was Henry Ford's answer to what he called the Grey Menace. The Grey Menace was the Grey Fergie, so Henry Ford designed or had designed the Fordson Dexter to compete with it. Very unusual tractor, Minneapolis Moline, an American tractor, probably an import. Again, really, really unusual to see that. Another Minneapolis Moline, again Farm Fresh. I would suggest wartime-ish, so would come over under Lend-Lease to work on the war ag land in nice original condition. Are you going to leave it like that? Excellent. It will only ever look like that once, won't it? Thank you. Another lovely little David Brown coming round. The Selectomatic 770. And you notice this has got the rollover protection cage. There was certain legislation came out in the 70s that if a farmer employed a driver, then they had to have rollover protection. Because believe it or not, it is really easy to turn a tractor over. It's not difficult at all. Following that, we've got the Fortune Major, the EA1A, 4-cylinder diesel engine in there. Absolutely superb engine, superb back axle on that. They put, you go over to the tractor for them, you'll see they're over there with big V8 engines still driving. Oh dear, that's not good. And the last one on the road, just having a bit of a demonstration there, is what's called the High Major, the Fortune E27N. Was introduced in 1947 to replace the Model N. So with 3 generations or 4 generations of Ford tractors here. So absolutely lovely to see that. I'll just have a look and see what engine we've got in there. There's a Land Rover diesel engine in there. Yeah, fantastic. Both of them Model B Alice Chalmers. Which tractor do you like best, Ezra? No, not going to talk to me. We just let them get parked up, and then a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, with stunning show of farm machinery there. Some really, really interesting tractors, and you would have to go a long way to see 2 Minneapolis Moleys. A really long way. What year is this one, sir? What year?
1959.
1959. Have you imported it?
Bought it in David Still at the last rally.
I suppose that's one way to get tractors here, is sell them at one rally and buy them at the other. Perfect, thank you. I say really unusual to see 2 Minneapolis Moleys. Have we got the E27N running? Wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know who wants to lead off. If you want to do another parade around the arena, that would be great. So we'll come down to this end. First in, first out. Yeah, perfect, thank you. What's the red one called, Ezra? Not talking to me today. Fantastic. And believe it or not, it's quite unusual to see a standard Fortune at a rally. I suppose people have what they remember as kids, and some of the older stuff is out of people's pen and knowledge. Fantastic. So the grey Ferguson there, when you bought a Ferguson, you bought into the Ferguson system. So this has the plough light and the side lights on it as well, for a bit of nighttime ploughing. Thank you. And wave at him, Ezra. Diesel Moley, not diesel, sorry, I'll tell a lie, with the wheel weights on it, and that's fantastic, original Minneapolis Moley. Again, hundreds of tractors imported during the Second World War to use on the war ag. Nice David Brown, 12-speed gearbox. So 2 gearboxes in that, a 4-speed gearbox and a 3-speed gearbox. and the whole idea is that you can match the revs to the speed for the implement. Fantastic. A slight technical hitch. You have put fuel in it, haven't you? Yeah. the joys of owning vintage machinery. The E27N there on tow has got exactly the same engine as the 1940s Ford that we've seen, we saw earlier. A lovely Ferguson 250. Hopefully it's going to lead out. Lovely 3600 Ford there. So the industrial Ferguson, highway yellow, has certain things, has different braking on it, and has a foot accelerator and as well as the hand throttle. Oh dear. I can hear you muttering under your breath. Fantastic. Let's hope we keep going till we get out of the arena. Like I keep saying, we've got to get the youngsters interested in this preservation movement. No, it doesn't need 27 end cab in it.